everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Jets going up against the Dolphins.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to rain-soaked Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Bell so light on his feet. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Winston. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And Suh coming up the middle, gets in there for a loss of about 9. Now a second down throw for Winston. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
off the play fake. Winston. And Winston lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down at the 13-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brandon Graham in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go. Detroit!
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that. because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Play clock winding down. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Now Jameis on second down. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Cat and zero out now as he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Blake. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some space here. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 58 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add. And look out. I think he's going to go. The 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it in every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. They'll set up to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
This one away by the punter, Dar. Taken from just outside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, the Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
Second down, Winston. A screen to Bell. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Here's Connor. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now Winston. Onunwa's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing, Winston. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They run with Connor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming.
They might think about going for it here, but it's still just the 2nd quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bryant. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Here we go.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left. Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Matt Darr now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. They'll drop to throw. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On third down, it's Rhodes. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Set. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot.
Now a play fake here on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at second down.
No. Check. Patriot. Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tanner Vallejo from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. Now a handoff running off tackle right. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
The Dolphins on third down lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And Frank's kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. When the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Hurry up, here we go. That's it now, Barney.
They go play action here on first down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll go again with Bell. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Now it's Connor. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
2nd down following the run. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll try the right side with Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Again, it's Bell. And some room to roam now. Bell so light on his feet. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And all the way in And touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Cat and zero out now as he'll kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Ajayi. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now they try the right side here. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. He can run. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Connor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And out come the Dolphins now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff looking right. He finds an opening past the 40. And a cutback right sideline. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bryant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
In the red zone this time. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Now he's flushed out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Green.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Runs through the contact. Flushed out right. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Jets have recovered. New York set to take the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They go play action. Winston. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And now here's a carry heading left. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Counter. It's Hill. And he's got room. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So now here come the Dolphins. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bryant. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
So they're going to go for 2.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll look to throw again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. The give is to Bell. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Winston here to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
On third down, here's Hill. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
Over the middle, complete. That's Bryant. And he's brought down after a good game. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Green, Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bryant. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Green, 39! Green, back 99 Philly! Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Hot!
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watching that, Marty!
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here we go now. Over! Watching that, Marty!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.